So, a lot of these dating coaches, content creators that tell you to decenter men and to start centering yourself are full of it. And that is because they talk all of this talk about how it is important to love yourself. Self love is the best love, but they don't show how to do it. So, we are going to talk about three simple ways to truly love yourself more. So, welcome to Christianish. This is the podcast for women who have Bibles, but they don't have boundaries. My name is Keisha Rice. I am a dating coach and hypnotherapist. I help women learn how to heal from their unhealthy relationship patterns and learn how to attract healthy, cherished love. So, this is going to be a quick episode. We're only going to go through three ways that I think are going to give you an amazing start on learning how to love yourself more, how to decenter not just men, but other people in general, and how to center yourself. So, let me know what you think of these three tips, but I think this is a great foundation for you. And then, if you want to go deeper, we can do that in a future episode. So, the first thing you really need to do is to get clear on what it is that you want. So often, when we are people pleasers and when we are so concerned with trying to make other people happy, trying to keep the peace, all of that, we start to get so consumed by what it is that other people want that we forget about what it is that we want out of life. So, I really want you to take some time to be by yourself, have some alone time, and start asking yourself what it is that you want out of life. If you don't know where to start on that, then first of all, I have two journals that one of them is linked in the description, is about overcoming self sabotage. Some of the prompts in there will help you get clearer on what it is that you want out of your life. But I would also give you two prompts for free right now. One of them is to get out a piece of paper and ask yourself, if you had unlimited money, what would you spend it on? If you could buy whatever you wanted, you didn't have to worry about going broke, just whatever you want you could pay for, you had the resources, what would you spend it on? And then the other is, if you had unlimited time, how would you spend that? So take these prompts seriously. Spend some time seriously writing out, what would you do if money and time were not an option? And doing this will allow you to start seeing some of the things that you really want out of life, some of the things that you should start to prioritize. And you may not be in a position. Sorry, guys. You may not be in a position to do all of those things right now, but ask yourself, how can I get a taste of that? So, for example, if you said, if I had unlimited money and time, I would travel the world. Okay, maybe as of today, you do not have the funds and the time off to go travel the world. But ask yourself, okay, this weekend or next weekend, can I take a road trip? Can I take a weekend road trip someplace? And do that and start to get comfortable with this idea of living out the things that matter to you, your priorities, making yourself the priority for once in your life, and see what having a taste of that feels like. I guarantee you, once you start to get a taste of that, you're not going to want to stop. You're going to keep finding ways to put yourself first and make yourself the priority. So, the second thing is to stop listening to all the other voices and learn how to listen to yourself. So, there are a few ways that you're going to do this. One, you're going to set aside some times during the day to put your phone on do not disturb. If you are an Apple girl like me, iPhone allows you to set do not disturb for different time periods. You're going to take full advantage of that so that you have no one, calling you, messaging you during different periods of the day, so that you have some peace to think on your own. You are also going to stop listening to every single view from people who are in your circle. Okay. One of the things that I am very fond of saying is, Do not take advice from people who are not living the life that you want to live. So even if you have family members or friends, coworkers, whoever who care about you and who are very well meaning, if, for example, you are single, you want to be in a happy, healthy relationship, you want to be married, stop taking advice from your single friends. Stop taking advice from people who are in unhappy relationships. Whenever they start to give you their opinions, just change the subject, set that boundary. This is not something that you talk about with this person, but you have to get their views out of your head, especially if their views have not proven to be successful. You want to spend less time on social media. And I say this as someone who is a social media content creator. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, they all have wonderful aspects of them. And I've connected with so many people thanks to social media. And there are so many ways in which it has improved my life. But even with that, there are limits. And if you spend so much time listening to those echo chambers and listening to what oftentimes miserable people have to say about different things in your life, you are not going to be successful because while there are great content creators on social media and while there are a lot of people who are happy with their lives and people who do give good advice, there's also a lot of negativity. And if you spend enough time on, particularly Instagram, TikTok, all of those, you will find that even if you go searching for the positive content, you will find the negative as well. And going down that road can lead you to a dark place. So you really need to curate your feed to follow people who give positive advice. You need to say not interested. You need to click on the video and say that you're not interested or to show less like this, depending on what platform you're on, whenever you see content that is not healthy. You need to limit the time that you are on social media, period. Right? And if you have family members and friends who bring you down, you need to mute their accounts, silence their accounts so that you don't see their posts. You also need to spend quiet time in journaling and meditation. So back to what I said earlier about journaling, check out the self-sabotage journal in particular that I have. I will put that in the description. But you need to really spend time cultivating your voice and also the voice of God. Those need to be the two voices that you are listening to now, your own and God's. And you need to learn how to shut out other people's voices until you're truly at a place where you feel like you've definitely centered yourself and you can listen to other people's voices from a place of, yeah, I'll take that into consideration. This thing that you said makes sense and I'll follow that, but this doesn't work out for me. It may work out for you, but it doesn't work for me. When you learn how to do that and not feel like you have to take people's advice, when you learn how to discern what is good advice and what is bad advice, when you learn how to discern, more importantly, what is good advice and bad advice for you, because I definitely have friends who can give very good advice, even based on their life experiences about certain topics, but I know their particular advice does not work for me for whatever reason, because of something in our life circumstances that is different. So when you learn to understand that a person can give advice that is sound but doesn't work for you, and you luckily or hopefully have friends who don't take it personally when you don't follow that advice, and you understand that you don't have to do it from a place of I need to make them happy and at least try what they said, then that is the point where it becomes so much easier to follow your own gut and follow your own intuition. And the third and final step that we are going to take in order to love ourselves more is that we are going to stop auditioning. Too many women, in particular, I know, spend their lives auditioning for other people. You have a job interview, and it may not even be a job that you particularly want, but you feel like you need to take something right now to make more money. So you go to that interview and you shuck and jive and you put on a show because you need them to see that you are obviously the best. And then if you do get hired, it's a job that you don't like, and it's also a job where you're made even more miserable because you put on such a show in the interview that you have set high expectations. So now you have to do all of this work to keep that up. That is not fun. You meet friends. You feel like you have to do all of these things to please these friends, impress these friends. You have to buy things, you have to give gifts, all of this stuff. You go on dates and you spend your entire time on that date not thinking about whether or not you truly like this person, but you are so focused on whether or not that person likes you. I need you to flip that. I need you to get to a place where you're like, okay, when I meet people, are they aligned with me? Are they aligned with my values and what I want out of life? um, is this person right for me? I need you to start auditioning the people in your life. You are now the person who is behind the table, sitting in the chair, auditioning people and deciding whether or not that person fits in with your life and your goals and your dreams and your values. So, these are three first steps that you can take in order to learn how to love yourself more. Let me know if you want to go deeper into this because I would love to do a follow up. And I want you to remember that being self centered, centering yourself, is not selfish. In fact, it is the least selfish thing that you can do. Because when you learn how to center yourself and how to fill your cup and love yourself, you are happier, you are healthier, you are more energetic. And then you are able to take all this love that you've poured into yourself, you fill your cup, and then you are able to give from the overflow. You're able to freely give to your partner, to your family, to your friends, to your career. And you're able to do it from a place of happiness and not from burnout. So the other people in your life are also made better for that. So let me know what you are going to be doing to center yourself. And if you need help with that, again, the journal for stopping self sabotage is in the description. Also, my hypnosis sessions and coaching, my dating coaching your pocket program is in the description. So let me know what you're going to do to center yourself. And also, if you enjoy Christianish, especially since the rebrand of this podcast, you can help me out by commenting if you're watching this on YouTube, because that helps the algorithm get it to more people who might also enjoy this podcast. And if you're listening on a podcast platform like Apple or Spotify, make sure that you subscribe and leave a review. I will talk to you soon. Love you so much. Bye.